Hey guys, welcome back to League of Spiff. Hello, my name is Spiff, and if you're new to my channel, what's up? Welcome to the family. Make sure to hit the subscribe button down below for future videos because you want to see a little bit more of me. Alright guys, so in today's video, we're just going to be playing around with a little bit of makeup. I wanted to play around with the KVD Saint and Sinner palette. This just came out for her holiday palette. It's really pretty. Limited edition item as well too, so I just kind of wanted to play around with some of the colors in this palette. So stay tuned on how I got this makeup look right here. It was really an interesting video to film, and you guys will see if you keep on watching throughout the entire video, because there was definitely some mishaps in this video, and I was just like, oh my gosh, why? But you guys will see if you watch the entire video. As always, make sure to follow me on all of my social media links, which are going to be listed down below in the description box. Make sure to go and check all of them out. Give this video a thumbs up, and without further ado, let's go and get started on today's video. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and pull my hair back. We are back in this classroom. But since I have all of this lighting equipment now, I don't have to turn on the lights to where they automatically turn off, because I got like 4 lights going. I just straightened my hair too, and I washed it, and it smells so good. It smells so good. All right, first things first, I'm gonna go in with my rose water and glycerin spray from Heritage Store. Fan myself down. For primer, I'm going to go in with the Smashbox Photo Finish Primerizer, which is a primer and moisturizer built into one product. So I'm going to go ahead and just apply this all over the face. This is just going to add a lot of hydration, especially since it's going to be pretty cold here in Pittsburgh for the next couple of months. I need to moisturize. Moisturizing is key to a flawless complexion. I'm also going to be applying today the Laneige Lip Sleeping Mask. This is just going to be a deep hydration sleeping mask for your lips. You can wear this before you go to sleep, but I'm going to be wearing it before I apply any lipstick on my lips, just because they're really dry right now, since, like I said, it is pretty cold right now here in Pittsburgh. So I'm going to just go in with my finger. I especially get really dry right here in the corners of my mouth. I know I'm not the only one. We all get those like really cracked like outer corners right there. I will also say as a disclaimer, this was sent to me through Influencer, which is one of the apps that I use on a daily basis. It is a reviewing app that you can sign up for. It's completely free. The app is free and everything. And then you just take a bunch of little surveys, and then they let you just try out different products, ranging from like food to makeup to skincare to just anything that you really just want to review, basically. So thank you, Influencer, for sending me this complimentary, just to try it out for free. For foundation today, I'm going to be mixing 2 drugstore foundations. I'm going to be taking the L'Oreal Infallible Pro Glow Foundation and then the L'Oreal Infallible Total Cover Foundation. I love the coverage of this foundation. It's super full coverage, but I really want to hydrate my skin as well too, and not be so mattified with this foundation only. So just by mixing together these 2 foundations, it's just going to create a really nice, just hydrated matte look. And to be applying that today, I'm going to be taking the Wet n Wild foundation brush. This is from their holiday collection, their pro brush set that they just came out with. It came with a total of 10 brushes for $30, and I'm going to be using some of them today in this tutorial. I'm going to just mix those 2 up with the brush. I'm going to go ahead and just start applying this. Next, I'm going to be taking a little bit of my Maybelline Fit Me Concealer in shade 25 Medium, one of my favorite drugstore concealers. I'm just going to be popping that in my normal areas that I would highlight my face. Hi.
Hey, what's going on?
Sorry, just filming a little something in here. My roommate is just kind of sleeping, so yeah, sorry.
Go to the walk and just pull shut from there, okay?
Okay, cool.
Alright.
So I'm just going to be getting my forehead, the bridge of my nose, and then my cupid's bow, and of course the chin. So I'm going to be taking my Sephora Pro 26 brush. This is the Pro Flawless Airbrush. I'm going to be using that to blend out my concealer. So for a little bit of added coverage, I'm going to go in with the Benefit Boing Concealer in shade number 2. Now this product is discontinued, but they do have their new airbrush concealer, and I find those to be pretty darn similar. They just repackaged it and kind of reformulated the erase paste and just changed the name of that one. And I'm just going to be digging in there with the brush, the Sephora Pro 26 brush, just to pick up a little bit of product. I'm going to be applying that just underneath my eyes and not anywhere else. This is just a nice soft matte concealer. I can kind of compare it to the NARS soft matte concealer that they have, just because it does blur out everything and the coverage of it is really nice. Now, of course, I'm going to be taking my Wet n Wild Makeup Contour Stick in 805 Call Me Maple. I'm going to just be taking that in the normal areas that I would contour, right on my cheekbone, the temple area, and then across my forehead, chin, and then my nose. I'm going to be blending that out with my Real Techniques contour brush. I normally will use this brush whenever I am blending out this product, or if I have any other type of cream contour or cream concealer. I've used this Real Techniques, and I've had this Real Techniques brush in particular for so long. It hasn't done me wrong yet. All of the other brushes seem to have fallen apart, but this one just kind of, I don't know, it just lasted. So I'm going to go ahead and go in with my Morphe M516 brush and just blend out my nose contour. Now, I did let the product dry down just a little bit, that way it is a lot more pigmented than it normally would be. I hate to go directly into blending a cream product right away just because sometimes it's really slippery, doesn't blend well, and it's just really streaky. And then if I find that the inner edges of the nose contour is too like sharp or they just don't look blended enough, I just go ahead and go in with my ring finger, and I'll just go ahead and just blend out and soften those edges. For my highlight today, I'm going to be going in with the Fenty Beauty by Rihanna highlighter. This is the Kilowatt highlighter in Me, Money, and Hustler Baby. You guys know that I reviewed this earlier on in my channel, and I really love the way that the highlighter is. Like, it's just super pigmented. I'm going to be taking Hustler Baby right here with the Wet n Wild pencil brush, and I'm going to go ahead and just hit that nose contour real quick. Like, this is probably the only side that I would use from the Kilowatt highlighter, unless I'm trying to go for a more softened day and I would just take Me Money, but really, Hustler Baby is like the one. I'm also going to hit my Cupid's bow. Now, one thing that I do really appreciate from Wet n Wild is that they came out with a tapered highlighter brush. So if you do end up purchasing the 10-piece set from Wet n Wild, honestly, the tapered highlighter brush is the best brush out of all of them. I'm going to go ahead and just tap on this high point right here. Oh, come on, man. It's just so amazing. So I hope you guys enjoyed my Halloween tutorials. I didn't get to upload a full 13, but I did try my best to upload as many as I could. I just was traveling so much, and I was getting ready for my conference meet for cross country, so I just didn't really have time to sit down and edit any of the videos. But definitely I want to try and pre-film for Halloween next year and just really get everything like it together, because I feel like school and running has just really taken up so much of my time. So I'm going to go ahead and take my Cover FX matte setting powder in shade medium. So I'm just tapping a little bit onto the cap and then taking the Wet n Wild loose powder brush, which again is another one of my favorite brushes from this entire set. And I'm just going to be taking a little bit all along the face. I've noticed that if I apply too much powder, I tend to look very dry and powdery, even though I'm not. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and do my brows off camera, and then I'll be right back to do the eyes. I'm changing it up a little bit. I don't want to do all of the face all at once. I want to go ahead and just do the eyes first and then come back to the rest of the face. That way we can top everything off with a little bit of highlighter, some lip products, yada yada yada. So I don't know exactly what I'm going to be doing with the eyes, but I know that I want to do something very fall appropriate. Of course, like, it's fall time, so I'm just going to do something very, I don't know. I kind of want to play with the Saint and Sinner palette from Kat Von D. Look at the gorgeousness of this palette right here. Like, there are so many shadows in this palette. It's amazing. So the first shadow that I want to take is Martyr, which is this one right here. Now, I have used this before in one of my tutorials, and I love the way that it blended out. So I'm just going to quickly speed through blending this eyeshadow. And since we already applied our concealer and stuff underneath our eyes, I'm going to go ahead and just apply that on the lower lash line as well. You guys know that I love to wing out my eyeshadow, so of course I'm going to be taking it, lining up with the tail end of our brows. I don't know, but this gold is really screaming my name right now, and I feel like I want to use that in today's look. The next shadow that I'm going to take is Devil, which is this one right here. On camera, it doesn't look so bright, but off camera, like when I'm just looking at it in person, I'm just like, whoa, this is actually like a really pretty, just like tangerine orange. And just bringing it inwards lightly. Also right here where the arch of my brow is, parallel to that is where I'm going to be picking up Devil. So it's going to be hitting the crease area, but just in this one part right here. And then I'm just going to be lightly sweeping it across. Alright, so for the lid, I'm going to be taking Relic, which is this bright yellow right here. This is like a nice neon yellow shade. It's very golden reflex as well too. I wouldn't say it's so much like of a bright yellow. It's more of just a very bright, just true yellow gold. I'm going to be taking that with my Morphe M167 brush. I'm going to be spraying that with my rose water and glycerin spray. And then just sweeping it on the lid. Oh my gosh. This almost reminds me of Trophy Wife from Fenty Beauty. Like the intensity of it. Whoa, that's super pigmented. That's crazy. I'm so happy that I used that eyeshadow. So next I want to take a little bit of Crucifix, which is this brown shade right here, and I'm just going to be popping that on the outer corner and just kind of intensifying and adding some depth to the outer part of the eye. Yeah. Hi. The police officer said I could be in here for a little bit. Is that fine? Okay. Thank you. This classroom is clean. I don't understand. And I'm taking Crucifix with the Wet n Wild blending brush. And I'm taking the edge of the brush just to take out this eyeshadow and really elongate it. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and contrast with that color. I'm going to take Exorcism, which is this very nice eggplant purple shade. I'm going to be taking that on the lower lash line and just kind of contrasting that with the goldish yellow that's on top. I'm going to be spraying a little bit of water just to kind of get it super pigmented. There we go. There she is. And then I'm going to be connecting that to the Crucifix shade that we took. And then also kind of just throwing that right on top of Crucifix. I'm going to be going back in with that Wet n Wild blending brush that we used to take Crucifix with, and I'm just going to be running that very lightly on top just to blend the two colors together. And then I'm going back in with my Morphe M433 brush that we used to take the first two shades, which were Martyr and Devil. I'm going to be using that to blend out Exorcism, which is the purple in the lower lash line. I'm going to go ahead and take my Maybelline Unstoppable liner in Onyx, and I'm going to go ahead and just put that into my waterline just to really make everything nice and snatched. So what I'm doing is I'm taking this Real Techniques, this is their accent brush that they have, and I sprayed a little bit of the rose water and glycerin spray, and I'm taking a little bit more of Exorcism to go ahead and blend out that black water liner that we used. I'm going to go ahead and do a very thin wing with the Kat Von D tattoo liner in Trooper. Alright, so for my inner corner highlight, I'm going to be going back in with the Hustle Baby highlighter shade from Fenty Beauty that we used on our cheeks right here. So I'm going to go ahead and take that with the pencil brush from the Wet n Wild collection. I'm going to pop that right here. Where if one more person walks in while I'm filming, I'm going to lose it. For lashes, I'm going to be going in with the Ardell number 253. This is from the Mega Volume line. Oh my gosh, I love these lashes so much. They look amazing and they don't feel too heavy or anything, and the lash band is actually not thick at all. It just curves really nicely and fits your lashes amazing. It just gives me the chills after I put these things on. I'm like, damn. Alright, and then for the mascara, I'm going to be going in with the Too Faced Better Than Sex mascara, one of my all-time favorites. What can I say? It's better than sex. Alright, so for bronzer and contouring, I'm going to be going in with two bronzers today. I use these all the time on my channel, especially whenever I'm traveling as well too. These are the two bronzers that I travel with the most. It's the NYX Matte Bronzer in shade Medium, and then the Jane Cosmetics bronzer in Give. Now I know for sure that this bronzer is still in stock, but I don't know about the Jane Cosmetics one. I feel like they might have discontinued this because I got this a while back, To be applying that, I'm going to go in with the Wet n Wild. This is their smaller powder brush, I want to say is what it's called. I'm going to go in with that and just press the bronzer so extra. I'm like, oh. And I'm just going to go ahead and just press that into my cheeks. And then with that same brush, I'm going to go ahead and go into the Jane Cosmetics Give bronzer. Just a very tiny bit to kind of just contour right underneath my cheekbone. Now before we add blush, I'm going to go ahead and spray my face one more time with the rose water and glycerin spray. I use this so much, you guys, you don't understand. Like, I use this off camera whenever I'm doing my skincare. I do this whenever I'm filming, whenever I'm just doing makeup on the go. And then right when it's about to dry, I'm going to go back in with this tapered highlighter brush and the Fenty Beauty highlighter. And then for blush, I'm going to be going in with the Wet n Wild Color Icon Blush in Mellow Wine. I'm going to be taking that with the Wet n Wild Angled Contour Brush. So I want to keep the lips nice and mauve-y, so what better lipstick than the Wet n Wild Liquid Catsuit lipstick in Give Me Mocha, which is really just a nice, just mauve-y, just brownish color, like a brownish pink. Alright guys, and that is the end of this makeup look right here. This was definitely a very interesting video, I know, especially with all these people coming in and just interrupting me while I'm filming. But I'm trying to find a better place to film. It's just really hard because my dorm room is so tiny and I have a lot of space in this classroom to film. And I love this backdrop because it's just a nice, just professional white backdrop that is just like, honestly, it is an overhead screen that just looks really great. I call it a professional backdrop, but I mean, really, it's just an overhead screen that I use. I am gonna try and start filming here more often on a daily basis, but I wanna try and talk to the school first and just hopefully see if they'll let me do this because, well, obviously I like the way that this looks on camera. If you did enjoy the video, make sure to give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Make sure to follow me on all of my social media links, and I'll see you guys in the next tutorial. Bye. Yo, all I gotta say is that this video is gonna be a pretty good video with all of this lighting, professional equipment, honey. Like, we got the white backdrop, we got all of these lights set up, we have one of those little lights that like flash in the back. Like, it's gonna be a good video. So make sure to subscribe down below before we even start.